Hey guys, and welcome to a brand new video here on FPL Now. Today we're going to be going over my team selection for double game week 34. My free hit has been activated, so let's talk about my team. If you're excited for the video, drop a like down below, leave a comment. What are you planning to do for double game week 34? Subscribe if you're brand new, and let's get into the video. So, starting things off, just going to quickly recap on how I did in game week 33. I finished on 93 points, so very, very close to 100. Obviously, most of those points coming from Cole Palmer, bagging 4 goals last night, getting the max bonus, obviously the clean sheet point as well. Like, fair play if you captained him. Like, 52 points is absolutely ridiculous. Like, 52 is like outscoring some people this week. So yeah, and a lot of people did captain him because I think for me he was like 101% effective ownership. So it did hurt my rank very, very slightly, but it wasn't the worst thing in the world. It wasn't like he was 120, 130% effective ownership, but either way, it did technically still hurt my rank, but it's still nice to see a really high scoring game week. But obviously, Gusto picking up the clean sheet. Really, really annoyed that the 1 week I go against double Chelsea defense, they do go and win 6-0, which is just so annoying. I mean, I'm very happy with the Gusto clean sheet, but the fact that Petrovic is on my bench and I played Onana instead, because originally I played Onana and benched Solanke, and just kind of like went against Bournemouth and went for United, and it just didn't go that way at all, because obviously Solanke scored, came off my bench for Foden, who didn't play, and of course Onana conceded 2 goals as well. So it's only a 4 points difference between Petrovic and Onana, but it would have been really, really nice to get that double Chelsea clean sheet, especially because I played them for I played double Chelsea defense for I think I played it for Burnley, where obviously they drew 2-2. That was on my 30 wild card. I think I might have played it for United, where it was 4-3. Played it for Sheffield United away. Obviously, no clean sheets in any of those, and then finally get the clean sheet against Everton. This is my first clean sheet since game week 28 as well, so I'm actually very happy to finally get some points at the back from a clean sheet. But yeah, obviously the rest of the team we went over yesterday, the only difference was the big 32 points that I got last night from the Chelsea boys. But yeah, game week rank of 460k, 93 points finished on. We're now up to rank 3.5k in the world. I don't know if this is my best rank this season. I think I might have been 2k at some point. I can't remember. But either way, we're going into my free hit 34 with a very healthy green arrow. So very, very happy about that. Just could have been so close to 100 points. But either way, that's how I finished game week 33. Let's move on to my free hit draft for double game week 34. Now, of course, it's still up in the air a little bit. We still have fixtures to kind of like that need to be played and stuff. And as well as that, there's injuries as well and updates that need to be kind of like given us information about. But as of right now, we do have Henderson in goal, who's got West Ham at home and Newcastle at home. I was originally going to play Pickford, but since they just conceded 6 to Everton, they also had a few injuries as well in that fixture. I feel like I may as well just play Henderson. And the West Ham at home fixture is really nice, and obviously Newcastle at home, you don't really know how that's going to go. Like, Newcastle away from home aren't the best. At home, they're obviously really, really good. But I don't know, I feel like there might be a clean sheet for Palace in this double. So we're going to play Henderson. Obviously, there's really good options as well, like Mitchell and Munoz and stuff like that. And I haven't obviously decided that I'm definitely just going to go Henderson from Palace. But the Palace players, there's so many good options. There's like Olise, Eze, Mateta from the forward line, but then there's also good defenders as well that can bag you a few points. So it's quite a difficult one, especially because they're going to be so low owned this week. If you're not free hitting, and probably a lot of people don't necessarily have a lot of Crystal Palace defenders, they're probably going to go for the likes of Eze and stuff like that. But either way, I've got Henderson in goal, Pickford on the bench. The other goalkeepers that I would obviously take a look at this week are Alisson and Raya, but I've already got defenders from those both of those teams, so it doesn't really make sense doubling up on the defense when the midfield is a lot better. But either way, Henderson in goal as of right now. We've also got Aït-Nouri at the back as well. Again, he's still potentially injured. I don't really want to go into this double with any flags because I don't want to risk it. So if it does end up that Aït-Nouri is like unlikely to play, or Gary O'Neill is like they're not sure, I'm probably just going to play Zamani or somebody else. I'll have a look at who else I could probably fit into this team, but it'd probably be a Bournemouth defender because there's not really any other defense that I'd really want from this double. Like, there's Everton as well, but they've got Liverpool at home, Forest at home. I feel like Forest will score against Everton, and then that Liverpool game, obviously it's a big derby, so that could go either way. But either way, we've got Aït-Nouri there. I've also gone Ben White and Trent. So my defenders from Arsenal and Liverpool are very, very low owned. I mean, Ben White's not super low owned. He's 18.8% now, but Trent is super low owned, 8.3%, especially around my rank as well. He could be a massive differential, which is what I love about the free hit 34. The only thing is, a lot of people are bringing in Van Dijk, and obviously if Van Dijk does well and Trent doesn't, then it's going to be a little bit worrying. We need to see what happens. Like, because Bradley obviously went off with the injury. We need an update on that. Obviously, if Trent plays against Atlanta, that's a little bit better for his minutes. Like, I'm probably only going to go Trent if it's likely he's going to play 90 in both, and I'm not completely convinced about that, so I very well could just swap Trent to Van Dijk. Obviously, Robertson is another option, but yeah, I think Van Dijk would be the much safer pick, but obviously Trent has much higher upside. If he does start both games, that would be fantastic. Like, even if he starts both and comes off on like 65, 70 for both, I'd be very happy with that, because you know, you got more chance of a clean sheet as well. But as well as that, just getting that many minutes from Trent when he's so low owned, I feel like that'd be very, very beneficial. And obviously, they can't afford to lose another game now. You know, now they just lost to Palace. they really can't afford to drop any more points. So I feel like he's going to want to play Trent when he can. The Atlanta game as well, I mean, you know, they're 3-0 down, so that's going to be a massive game to bring back. But either way, got Trent. And then, yeah, Ben White, he did come off early in the in the fixture that they just played. I don't know if he was like came off with an injury or something. It doesn't look like it. Obviously, Gabriel and Saliba, they may get benched at some point. You know, they've got defenders back now that could also take that defender role just for one of those fixtures. But at the same time, can't really afford to drop any points either, so they're probably just going to play the strongest 11 every time. But they also need to go and beat Bayern Munich in the Champions League. So it's a lot of things to kind of wait and see what happens about. But either way, that's currently the back line, but could easily change a lot. You know, if we get updates on Aït-Nouri, you know, I might go Van Dijk over Trent. I might even just go Saliba over White as well, just for a bit safer pick. But as of right now, that's the back line. In midfield, we've gone Eze, Havertz, Salah, Saka, and Diogo Jota. So again, Diogo Jota also minutes a little bit risky. I feel like Diaz is probably a smarter option here. At the same time, though, like Darwin Núñez's minutes are also a bit all over the place. So I don't really know if it's worth going two Liverpool attackers, but I really don't want to go two Liverpool defenders because they haven't kept a clean sheet in a while. So yeah, the Liverpool situation is a bit difficult. I have to kind of get it right. Obviously, Josh is going to be very low owned as well. Darwin Núñez is going to be very high owned. So if he does well, then it's going to hurt me. So I might just go Núñez just as a little bit more of a safe pick. But the thing about the free hit is you've kind of got to go big, you know, got to go big or go home. Like you've got this free range just to go with all of these differentials that have double game weeks that can do really, really well. I mean, the big players that I've already got that everyone else is going to own are like Solanke, Salah, Saka, Arsenal defender, maybe, yeah, and obviously Darwin Núñez and maybe Aït-Nouri and stuff. The rest I can really just kind of go with who I want. Like Eze is going to be a lot more owned by the time that this double rolls around, but he's only 4.6%, and that could be a very nice differential. Even players like Mateta as well that I'm going to be playing, like 2.2%. You know, if one of these guys, you know, gets a haul, then it's absolutely massive for the rank. So this free hit has to go well, especially because I'll probably be taking a hit going into like game week 37 maybe. But that's probably the only time I'll take a hit this season, unless there's like some big injuries and stuff. But yeah, Eze, Havertz, Salah, Saka, and Diogo Jota. Jota is the one player that I think is most likely not going to be in this draft. I might even play 3-4-3 and just play like Kuna and just bench Jota or something like that. I'm not really too sure. But then I feel like I have to go triple Liverpool. So I really don't know who to go with that third. Like I'm obviously going to have Salah. Like he's a definite. Probably Van Dijk over Trent, but we'll see what happens. And then the other option is it's got to be a midfielder or a striker. I don't want to go double Liverpool defense. So I have to think about that. It's the same as the third Arsenal player as well. Like Saka's obviously down by default. White is either going to be Saliba or White or Gabriel. And then Havertz, obviously Ødegaard picked up that injury, but I feel like Havertz, I think he's going to be a nice player to have. He's a bit of a differential as well, 6.9%. And I think that, yeah, it'd just be nice to have him for this double. I think it'd be really, really good. And then Eze as well, who's got West Ham at home and Newcastle at home. I think he could go really big as well in both of those fixtures. So, yeah, I do quite like the midfield, but I'm not completely convinced that I will be finishing this this game week with them. I think I'll be making a couple of changes. But like I say, this is just a very early free hit draft. I'll probably update it overnight. Quite a few times, so we'll see what if I upload tomorrow, it'll probably be a new free hit draft, and then obviously I'll go over my final free hit draft on Friday. But As of right now, that's the midfield. And up top, we've got Solanke and Mateta. Solanke's obviously in there just for damage control. If he goes big, it's going to really hurt the rank if I don't have him in my team, so he has to be there. And then Mateta could easily be Kuna. The only reason I've gone Mateta is because they've both got 2 home fixtures, but I feel like Mateta's home fixture is a little bit better than Kuna's. That Arsenal at home is a little bit off-putting, whereas, you know, Mateta, he's going against West Ham and Newcastle, and I don't have any defenders from either of those teams, so it makes more sense to play 2 Palace attackers, because if they go big, it doesn't affect my defenders' points, whereas a player like, let's say Solanke, for example, if I play Solanke and I play Aït-Nouri, because they've got Aït-Nouri's got Bournemouth at home, if Solanke scores, it obviously kind of lowers the ceiling of what Aït-Nouri can get. So I need to kind of pick and choose the teams that I'm really going to go like big against, and I feel like I've kind of done that. So yeah, it's not too bad. And then the bench is obviously Pickford, Kuna, Zabani, and Branthwaite. Branthwaite also picking up an injury last night. You know, he could easily be changed. He'll probably be changed as well. It doesn't really matter because I'm expecting all of my doublers to play both fixtures. So the bench doesn't matter that much because it's very unlikely that you're going to have 11 doublers that miss both fixtures, you know, unless they get an injury in training that we don't know about until after the deadline. So either way, that's what my current free hit draft is looking like. But yeah, we'll probably change quite a bit by the time the deadline rolls around. But either way, let me know your thoughts on it. Are you playing your free hit this week? If you're not, what's your team looking like? How many doublers you got? Thank you so much for watching though. Leave a like if you enjoyed us trying at 50. Comment if you're obviously free hitting as well. Like I say, subscribe if you're brand new, ring the notification bell, and until next time, peace.